Good day, students. My name is Odufeso Tajudeen. Student, you are welcome to Odufeso Tajudeen online class. I'm your economics teacher. Today, we want to discuss subtopic under financial institutions. Subtopic types of banking institutions. Types of banking institutions. Students, at the end of this class, you should be able to define central bank as one of the types of banking institutions. You should be able to mention any three features or characteristic of central bank. You should be able to state any four ways of controlling commercial banks, any four ways in which central bank can control commercial banks. You should be able to list any five functions of a merchant bank. Okay, what is a financial institution? We have discussed this, in one of our video. We just need to re-explain this so that you can understand better. Financial institutions involve in handling transactions such as loan, deposit, valuable goods, and currency changes, and that is what financial institutions do. Okay, now we'll look at banking financial institution as one of the types of financial institutions, and we have examples on your screen where we have commercial banks, we have merchant bank, we have central bank, we have development bank, we also have savings bank. These are the types or examples of banking institutions. Okay, now let's look at central bank. Let us look at central bank. Central bank is the highest financial institutions in a country which carried out monetary policy of the government, which carried out any policy related to money, and that is what central bank do, because is the bank is the highest financial institutions. We can also call it the apex bank in any country. It is the bank that coordinates all activities of other types of bank, and that is what central bank do. It is the highest financial institutions in a country which carried out the monetary policy of the government. So in Nigeria, we call it CBN, Central Bank of Nigeria, and I said it is the apex bank of the country that regulates, coordinate all other activities related to money in the country. Okay, characteristic of a central bank. Central bank is not profit oriented. They are there to serve people. They are there to serve the humanity. They are there to regulate and monitor all transactions, monetary, any transaction related to money, and that is what they do, because it is belong to government. They are there to serve the humanity and to monitor an economy's activities and to make sure we have enough of money in the circulation, and of course to make sure that we don't have too much of money in the circulation. So, and that is what they do. It is not profit oriented. They are there to serve the nation and the humanity in general. Okay, another characteristic of a central bank, there there is only one central bank in Nigeria. We have different types of bank, commercial banks and other banks that we have, but in any country there must be one central bank that coordinate all other activities of other banks. Okay, central bank is the highest financial institutions. I have said it earlier, or you call it the apex bank in any country. Central bank is established by the act of parliament to look at the how money is being circulated, how money can be regulated in the circulation. Okay, another one, it is owned by government, of course. Central bank is owned by government. It's not owned by individual. It is owned by government. So it belongs to government. And you know what government do to serve the humanity? There is no transaction with private individuals, of course. There is no individual that can set up central bank. No, because it belongs to government. These are the characteristic, or you call it features of a central bank. Okay, let's look at the functions of a central bank. Bankers to the government, because they are there to monitor economic activities or transaction of the government, be it revenue and expenditure of any country. And they belong to government, and they look at what government do in terms of transaction or anything related to economy. Okay, insurance and control of currency in any country, and that is what they do. If you don't have enough of money in the circulation, it is the responsibility of central bank to print out more money and to make sure that we have enough money in the circulation. And of course, they are there to make sure that we don't have too much of money in the circulation, because both the statement has a disadvantage and a advantage. Okay, another functions of central bank: bankers bank, because we call it bankers bank because it is this body that regulate all other banks, because they also monitor any commercial banks, be it Wema, be it First Bank. This is the body that regulate and monitor the activities of all other banks, and that's what we, that and that is why we call it bankers bank. Okay, then another functions of a central bank: lender of last resorts to the people. Then foreign exchange transaction, as you can see on your screen. Okay, management of national debts, and that is what they do. Maintenance of external reserve in the country. Then responsible for monetary policy. I have said that earlier. The information of rules and regulation relating to any banking, the banking industry or sectors. Then all other external businesses. So these are the functions of a central bank. Now, how central bank control the commercial banks such as Wema, First Bank, and all other commercial banks that we have in the community, in our community. Okay, we have what we call OMO, the full meaning open market operation. Open market operation is the purchase or sales of government security in the open market to expand or restrict the volume of money in the circulation. So when we have too much of money in the circulation, government central bank make use of this policy to make sure that we don't have too much of money in the circulation, and they make sure that the money is being spent well. Then liquidity ratio or cash ratio, government use this to control under banks. Okay, bank rate is the minimum rate of interest charged by the central bank to for this discounting bill of exchange. Then they also use what we call special deposits. Special deposit is an instrument, it's an instrument of monetary policy, which is used to restrict lending, in the community or in any country. Okay, what they also use what we call moral sanction. The central bank can make an appeal to the commercial banks to restrict or expand level of credit to the public for the benefit of humanity. And this are the what central bank do to control the activities of commercial banks. Okay, now let's look at the commercial banks. What is commercial banks? I think in one of our video we have discussed commercial bank, but let's quickly look at this. Commercial banks are specialized financial institutions which provide long-term loan to other enterprises, be it a small business or large business, for capital project. And we have development bank. Okay, let's look at development bank. Okay, sorry, this is a development bank, not a commercial bank. I beg your pardon, please. The development banks specialize on long-term loan to the people. So functions of the development bank: one, provision of funds for capital project. They also engage in manpower development. They also engage in implementation of government policies, render special advice to people, to government, supervisions of development projects in the country. Then they also underwrite security. They undertake research. They undertake research for the benefit of people. Then we also have merchants bank. Merchant bank are financial institution which perform specialized functions such as acceptance of bill of exchange, issuance of loan for foreign trade transaction, issuance of new shares, provisions of medium and long-term loans to the people. And we have different functions of merchants bank: discounting bill of exchange, loan of foreign traders, then advisors to companies. They also provide long-term loan to the people, trust management, management of manager bid, loan syndication. Then they also provide corporate management services to the people, as you can see on your screen. Student, I hope you understand the concept, the banking, the different types of banking institution and their characteristic and functions. Okay, very good. Now, can you answer the following as evaluation? What is central bank? Mention any three features of central bank. State any four ways of controlling commercial banks. List any five functions of merchant bank, as you can see on your screen. Now, let's take it as an assignment. You can do that at the back of your note, or you do it on WhatsApp for the purpose of correction. So then, thank you and God bless you. Bye bye.